Hey VC, so this is a quick breakdown of a workout that I did with Lance Haidet, aka Lancey Pants. He is a pro cyclocross racer. He's going over to Europe to race. Super duper legit. Ian Moore on the left, he's also super legit. He invited me on this ride, and Lance was going to do a workout, so I said, I'll do it with you. So the workout is basically 4 12-minute efforts at zone 4, low zone 4, with 6-minute rests in between, 30-minute easy spin with 8 minutes of 30 by 30, which is full gas 30 seconds, full coast 30 seconds, and then an easy spin after that. We started with a nice little warm-up and kind of were just talking and chatting about the workout, and then we hit it. And Lance is on a cyclocross bike. Okay, so it worked out really well. We were actually both at the right zone. Like, we were doing almost identical power or zone, but going the same pace because he was bogged down on a cyclocross bike. So that's the only reason I'm able to keep up with him, is because he's on that huge cyclocross bike. But the idea is we are going pretty hard, but not like, full gas. You can see here with the power, essentially, you want to try to keep it as flat as possible. And I know a lot of people have issues with this, where they're trying to do an interval and say your target goal is 320 watts, and you're all over the place. It's very difficult to hold that. But my range is 280 to 340 for this. Ideally, I'm trying to keep it between 290 and 320. The way that I micromanage this is I have my bolt set up to have power, and lap time. And so my raw power is actually, I'm able to look at, what I'm doing right now. But then my lap average power, that updates a little bit slower, right? So when I'm looking at my lap power being 3 or 4 watts below my target goal, I'm able to increase, and kind of just fluctuate between those zones. So then we have a nice little coast, an easy 6-minute spin, and then we're going to get right back into the next block of 12 minutes, low zone 4, right? And so then I kind of go up to Lance to go shoulder to shoulder with him, because I don't want to just suck his wheel, even though he is significantly stronger than me. I'm trying to flex. I'm trying to not look like a total doof. But so the idea with doing 12 minutes at zone 4 times or even 5 times is that it's quality. It's quality time in this zone, right? So that's 48 minutes in low zone 4, and you'll be able to, I think I did 320 watts for 48 minutes, if you average it all out or whatever. But that's so good. That's good quality stuff. If I was going to go out and do 48 minutes straight at low zone 4, man, that's going to be difficult to do, for one, and then it's going to build a ton of fatigue. I'm not going to be able to replicate that workout a ton throughout the week. So this is just like quality over quantity, but it gives you that time in the zone. So then we have our next little recovery. Super easy, super chill. And, we're not dying, right? This isn't super hard. But if you look at this, 3 to 5 of these efforts is what you want to work towards. Okay, if you can only do 2, if you can't finish a third, you're going too hard in those first 2. But if you can go like 6 or even 7, then you're going too easy. So 3 to 5 is probably where you want to target yourself. My coach would start me at doing 3 12-minute efforts, and then work me probably into 4 and then to 5 to finish off the block. 5 giving you a full hour at zone 4. So that's really good. The recovery's very easy, and if you're on a hill, it's a little hard to keep it under, say, zone 2, but you want to stay in zone 1 on the 6-minute recovery. You have half the time of recoveries you do your on effort, so you want to make the most out of that 6 minutes. And so then now we're going to go into our last one. But what I really want to talk about is that maybe you have a long climb, sweet, but maybe you don't. Maybe it's undulating. You want to maintain your power as flat as possible throughout the whole effort. So right now we're kind of going down and up these hills. But again, like I said before, my range being 280 to 340, ideally 290 to 320, keeping that power as flat as I possibly can, even when the hills are going up and down. So it really kind of trains you to go a little harder down the hill, and maybe a little easier up the hill, because you got to keep your power pretty even. Super easy 30-minute spin, and we're just kind of chatting and having having some conversation, and then we're gonna get ready for our 8 minutes of 30 by 30s. 30 seconds, full gas, full sprint. 30 seconds, basically coast or just noodle spin. It doesn't really matter. My coach usually has me set up on doing 10 minutes, and then he'll work me into doing 2 blocks of 10 minutes. So that's like, what, 20 full gas efforts. This was only 8 full gas efforts, but you know, it's early in the season, and you can see Lance is just drilling it, dude. My GoPro actually died here, so I have very limited footage of this effort, but we did 8, right? So 30 seconds, go as hard as you possibly can. I like to stand for 10 to even 15 seconds, and then sit down just for a little bit, maybe even stand again right at the end of that 30 seconds. And then, man, the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th one, you're ready to vomit. But it is full gas, okay? It is a 30-second as hard as you possibly can go. And so what's really neat about that is just with the other intervals, and this is why intervals are amazing, is that this is going to give you 4 full minutes at zone 6 plus. Okay, so that is like, each one of these efforts, I was averaging something around 600 watts for the 30-second effort, okay? 500 to 600 watts. There's no way I'm holding 4 minutes at 600 watts, right? That's just not even possible. So in this scenario, I can actually maintain a higher level of power or zone of power given that time allotment. So it's very efficient. This is why you would do intervals, and this is why people get really strong when doing intervals using power meters. At the end of this nice little spin, you see Lance off in the dirt finding his gravel. And that was it, man. This was my Thanksgiving Day ride. As always, Vegan Cyclist. Yeah!